This is a helpful guide for finding links, schedules, resources, support, and everything you need to navigate Ignite. Angie updates it regularly and keeps it maintained for our members. We also recently launched our new growth hacking portal. It's portal.growthhacking.com. Many of you may already have access. This is where we encourage you to connect, participate in discussions, access events, and engage with the community. Over time, we'll see more and more of the Ignite experience happening inside that portal. And we'll also be moving courses and resources there so you can access more of what you need in one convenient place. If you don't yet have access, just let us know and we'll help you get access to that. Today's call is simple. We're here to answer your questions, get you oriented, help you make the most of your Ignite membership. And before we wrap up, Andrew is going to walk through a quick springboard setup so you can activate one of the most valuable benefits included with your membership. With that, Angie, I'll hand it over to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Trisha. Hope you guys are having a great day. I see Harry is on. I see Mike. I see Chris, who he's an OG of Ignite, but these are always open to anyone to join. If you have any questions and things like that, we have a couple other people, and I'm sure we'll get more. But today, I just want to welcome you guys to Ignite for those that are new and for those who have been around. I hope you guys are thriving. We have these onboarding calls. We're doing them twice a week for the next month just to make sure there's opportunity. If anyone has any questions, I will be answering anything that you have or pointing you in the right direction. I'm going to walk you through a document that has a ton of stuff in there. And then at the end, I would love to just walk you through like what Springboard looks like. Make sure you have your links if you've joined or if you answer any questions. So without further ado, let me share my screen and we'll get going here. So the first thing I want to do is I want to walk through this doc just to make sure that you have what you need because you come into Ignite, there's a lot coming at you, a lot of different emails, a lot of different access points, a lot of just communication because we want to make sure we over communicate rather than under communicate. And I love Ignite and what Perry has built, but I realize that when people come into Ignite, it can be a little overwhelming. There's a lot going on. And so we're here, Trisha and myself, to make sure that you guys have what you need. Make sure that you're not getting hung up. And if you are, please come to us. We will make sure to point you in the right direction. And so we want to see you guys thrive and we'll be your biggest cheerleaders as you guys will see. So today, this is the resource doc. We want to make sure that we put everything in here as a quick way for you to get acclimated as quickly as possible. And so this is kind of a home base for you. I would say bookmark this. Make sure you click the bookmark here and you'll be able to reference it. I try to update it as much as I can as we are adding things all the time and shifting and changing. And you'll see new workshops and events, and it's exciting because there's a lot going on in the Perry world. So right here, I put this red start here, and that's what I'm going to walk you through really quickly. So thank you guys for being here today and investing your time into this journey. You guys are in the right spot. Perry is the guy you want to be working with and mentored from because he has sold over $1 billion in revenue throughout his career. He is just the person who I feel like he just has a handle on all things, everything going on now and in the future. He sees around corners, I always say, and he can call you and talk to you about anything. And it is amazing because he just has a handle on a lot because he's constantly researching every single morning. He's on YouTube just trying to make sure that he is on top of it. And he brings that to you guys, which is cool. So on Wednesdays, we have Perry who comes in and he will do business models. He will talk to you guys about idea validation. He does hot seats or he has a trending topic that he wants to talk about. He will also bring in experts. And a lot of the experts we have going on right now are driven mastermind members. What is driven mastermind? Well, let me tell you that that is Perry's goal for you in Ignite. I call Ignite the incubator. It is incubating you to learn new business model to make your first or your next $1 million business. And Perry is putting together everything for you so that you have what you need to launch that and scale that. And when you do, you graduate from this Ignite Mastermind, and you can go into one of his two other masterminds. He has Velocity recently launched. This is the in between. We realize that we have over 1,000 members in Ignite, and some people are crushing it and they're scaling and they're kind of at the in between. They haven't quite hit that $1 million mark, so they don't qualify for Driven yet, but they're almost there. They just need some help. Velocity is going to do that for you. And then we have Ignite, where this is my baby. This is Trisha's baby. We've been here from the beginning to make sure that you guys have people like us that are on the team to go and fetch information for you, make sure you have access to replays, and you know what's going on in the world of Perry and Ignite. And then the goal is for you guys to graduate from Velocity into Driven Mastermind. And Driven Mastermind are for people who you have to be making $1 million just to qualify for that mastermind. And he has 100 members. He doesn't go over 100. He has 100 members, and the average income for revenue is 12.5 million a year. Some were upwards of 400 million. Some are all around. And Perry has helped them 10x whatever they have going, and that's what Driven is for. So that is the goal for us, for you guys to thrive. And so we're going to be, pushing you and prompting you and getting you to get to that point to where you're making 10K a month in, an existing, new, or future business model, and then going into Velocity, and then going into Driven, or you might even jump from Ignite to Driven depending on how fast you scale. The members area. So right now, the members area, we have two different places right now, but I'm going to tell you that in the near future, not so distant future, it is going to be in one spot, and I'm going to show you that spot, but this link will still be relevant for the time being. All of the stuff is in this members area. This is legacy content, replays, everything. And so Trisha dropped the link for you, and you can go and watch it here. But I'm going to show you a new place where we have the same content that you guys can make sure that you guys are in, which is the new Growth Hacking Ignite portal. I call it the Growth Hacking Ignite portal. You'll hear it referenced as a lot of different things, but Circle is the platform. So we will reference Circle, just so you know. Why did we do this? Because we have been listening to what our members are telling us, and a lot of information is all different places. We want to get it into one central spot. We want it to make it easy for you guys to get access to not only getting visibility for who you are and what your superpower is in our new directory, but also the information on the courses and the replays. We want to make sure you guys have a place to communicate strategy, value, ask questions. And so that's what this is. If you did not receive an email, and the email right here on the bottom here, I put the subject line as Welcome to Growth Hacking Ignite Mastermind Circle Community, and from is Ignite Mastermind. And so that'll come from Circle. Check your spam, it's in there. If for some reason you did not get a message, you can drop that you didn't get anything, you're not in there yet, because we're going to be determined to get you on. And I might even call you out and ask you if you are in this community. If you're not, Trisha's going to help you get on. She's got a special link that will bypass this email and get you right in. July 1st will be when we start to no longer post in the Facebook group. So if you're in the Facebook group, we'll have it. We're not gonna delete it. You'll be able to reference that. So, but you won't be able to post in there for the time being. And then we'll stop posting on July 1st, because everything is gonna go to this community. Let me show you what it looks like, just so you know. And you'll see we added a bonus session today, and Trisha will remind you at the end of the call, for those who are going through the Bigfoot Blueprint Bootcamp Sprint. And this is going to be an extra session for you guys to help make sure that you guys are getting your Replit, your WordPress, your step-by-step walkthrough going there. So this is the main feed, as you'll see. And please go in here, introduce yourself, add your superpower. Why are you here? You have questions. Who do you want to connect with? Whatever it is, we want to make sure that you're connecting. And another great way to connect is to make sure that you are listed in the directory. This is the directory here. And you'll see people will ask you to connect, which I'm going to go ahead and accept Mila's connection request there. And you'll see here, I'm going to stress, please add your photo. We want your photo, and I'm going to show you why, because it looks really cool on this map that we have. Add your location, and I'm going to tell you when you go through and add your profile, I did put a video there in two spots now. So if you click on the home back on the feed and you scroll down, you'll see I posted a video. Let me get down there. Right. It's coming right here. So to make it easy for those who want some extra help, this walks you two ways to get into this Ignite directory. And you can watch that. You can also watch it over here under the foundation, which I'm going to cover in a minute. But once you're here on members and you can start connecting with people, click on this show map. This is cool. I love this so much. Now you can see where in the world is Carmen Sandiego, right? No, where in the world you are, where the people are. You can see who's in your city. So let's zoom in. I'm in St. Louis right here. So let's see, there's 4 or 5 people that are in real deep, but you'll see there's lots of people in the Outer Banks. Ken Tucker, he moved, but he, I guess, still put his St. Louis. Jeremy, we met up in St. Louis before. So see, you guys can start connecting with your fellow Ignite members. Okay, so events. You're going to see all the events added here. You're going to be able to set your notifications for your events. So over here on your profile, click on notifications. You can set how often, how you're communicated. Is it email? Is it in app? We realize there are a lot of communications going out, but like I said, we'd rather you know multiple times than not know at all. And so this is going to be your way to see and save how you want to be um, communicated. Now, underneath profile, there are additional fields that weren't in the original profile when you set it up. So that's one thing. So let me say that in a different way. When you sign up for the directory and you add your profile, click over here after you've added your profile and you're going to see other things like birthdays on here, professions on here, and things like that. So you'll be able to add even more information to your profile. And then you'll see you'll have a way to communicate with each other, and you can message me at any time and message Trisha, and we're here to help you. Courses, this is where all of your coursework is going to be. So where we had the members.ignitemastermind.org with all the stuff, it's all being put over here. So you're going to see, now you may not have access to some of these spaces, like the Velocity stuff will be only for Velocity members, and Velocity curriculum will be the same way, but you'll have access to all of the core legacy content, all future content, and things like that. Okay, and then finally, I'm just going to show one thing, which is over here on the left menu bar. You'll see that we have Ignite membership levels. What we did was we realized that it's like, where do we start, Angie? Just tell us how to begin, give us the step by step. So, what we did was we put 87 short little videos into a pathway for you. There are ranks. So, you'll see there's rank one is just Spark, rank two, which is connection, and rank three, activation. Now, when you come into Ignite, you are rank zero. You're an explorer. You're exploring your possibilities and what you want to do. But I'm going to tell you one thing. This is not a just consuming content, watching it, checking off, I completed it because I watched it. No, 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 no. This is going to be, we want you to take action. And if you've already done these steps, it's going to be really easy for you, because if you already have a brand name or an EIN number and things like that, you can apply for these badges at the end of each one to show your proof, which is going to be really cool. But we want to make sure you guys have what you need to set up your business the right way, because you got to take money, right? And when you take money, that's when you start to make sales. When you make sales, you start to move the needle and you start to grow, and now you can scale. And then here is Springboard. So I'm gonna show you the inside of Springboard in a minute for those who aren't in there, and make sure you have what you need. But I walk through just very easy how to, just add the things that are essential to making connections and taking payments right now. And then you keep going. We have even further. This is how to enter the market and get your message out there. And there's lots of different little mini lessons here, how to grow an audience, how to convert people to actually taking that payment, right? And then Success Engine, we have scaling, we have optimizing, and now automation. That's going to be your best friend. And of course, we give you Springboard for that. And that's going to be exciting. So that's the community. I want to take a minute to just talk about that, because I think that is going to be the hub. We're growing it, or it's going to be shifting and changing, and things are going to be added. And there's a welcome series for you guys for those who are new to Ignite, and it's bite size. It's a little dated, but everything's relevant. It's all the same stuff. It's just maybe the characters have changed or the times have changed, right? And then this, if you want to know why Perry created Ignite, right here, this here from Perry, this is why he created this amazing community and amazing program. And then where to begin. I'm stressing that please take a minute to watch this 12-part video series. It's very short, 12 little mini on hyper speed because I messed up. I like to watch things on 1.5 speed, and I recorded it that way. So he's talking really fast, but watch that because that's going to give you a bird's eye view of his $1 million roadmap, what he calls the 4 box business model. And then if you want to go really deep on all of the components of that, you can watch this Perry Palooza, which is like 7 hours, and you can watch it on hyperspeed. But this is going to go deep on all the things. Now, predictions. Like I said, Perry sees around corners. He knows what's coming. He just has a handle on what is going to be here before most of the people, even the experts, know. And he made some predictions at the beginning of this year. Half of them have already happened, and he's got some more. So go watch that. I love to see you guys in person at Growth Hacking Live. We will give you comped tickets, but you have to reserve in the room block. So here are the steps. You go to this page right here, book your room right here. Click this link. Once you book your room inside the room block, then you'll get a confirmation number, and then you can click on this RSVP form. This is going to be how you get your ticket. Your name will officially go on the list as a comped member at a general admission ticket. And then you'll have two options. One is to add a +1. So if you're bringing a guest and you want them to have a comp ticket as well, you will put a $100 fully refundable deposit just to make sure those butts get in the seats because we don't want to take it away from a paid person. And then the other thing will be you get to have the option to upgrade. There is a cost to VIP and the elite networking dinner. You guys get a discount because you're Ignite, but that's how you book. It's coming up in, less than 90 days. I'm excited. So it's in Dallas, Texas. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is walk you through Springboard in a minute, but let me talk about Pick Your Pony. So if you still aren't sure what business model you're going to choose. And I would say pick one and go with it. Don't try to do it all. I have like a whiteboard and I put things on a kind of a roadmap because I know that I get distracted easy and I need to just see one thing to completion. So if you're here because the Bigfoot Blueprint, you're building a directory, see that to the end and make sure that that is thriving before you move on because it's easy to be distracted because there's so many other options, but go back and watch all the replays. Watch this Pick Your Pony replay because Perry wants you to choose your business model and he kind of does a high level view of what those are. And then you can use his advisor here to kind of validate what that is. And then I'm going to tell you, when he comes on a Wednesday call and he does a hot seat, that's your time to raise your hand and ask Perry any question about your business, about an idea. Maybe you have something that you had and you want to resurrect, whatever it is, he will give you, he's a tough love guy, but he's going to give you the honest, authentic, uh, the genuine, I'll say, perspective on that stuff. Okay. So everything is in here. And then we have an affiliate program. So we want to help you guys earn extra money while you're building your business. And this is a great way to do it. 50% commission on the first year of anyone you refer to Ignite. And if you refer 2 people, guess what? Now your year is paid for. That's pretty cool, right? So you will get 50% on this Ignite Mastermind. You will also get 50% on the workshops and also the in-person events as well. We haven't posted those yet. We're still, firming up the landing pages for Growth Hacking Live and all the stuff, but we will put those into the affiliate portal. Now, click on this link right here. Go to the affiliate portal. Like here, I'll drop it into the chat here just to make it easy so you guys can click that and have a tab open. Sign up because we will notify you as soon as we have a new campaign, a new event, a new workshop. We will add that into this portal. You'll get an email that says, hey, Something new has been added. Now you can earn money on that. And if someone joins an event or a workshop and then they join Ignite, guess what? You still get that commission, which is exciting. Okay, the last thing I'm going to show you here that I'm going to close out of this is Springboard. Now, why do we have Springboard? So Perry's teaching you all these business models, but he wants to make sure you don't have any excuses to actually launch them. And so technology is going to come in. He wants you to get to a point where later you're automating, right? You're not working your business, right? You're not in your business, you're just managing it, and you can see it thriving. And so Springboard is an all-in-one white label version of Go High Level or High Level. And it is a great thing because you can build unlimited landing pages and websites and automations. And so you'll see that I put down here all the stuff you can do, right? A lot. And he turned on every widget that was possible. So you guys have that. Now we require $1 per month. So this right here. So your first sub account is $1 per month because we have to have a credit card on file. That credit card, if you do any premium services, you do any extra AI services, that'll be charged directly to High Level. Perry doesn't make anything on you, but he wanted to make sure that you guys have this as part of your membership. So your first is $1. Now, if you want additional sub accounts, because guess what? He's teaching you multiple businesses and you might need multiple accounts. This is where you can add as many as you need for $20 a month. Now, why would you need more than one? Well, let me explain that. So you can have unlimited domains in one sub account, but you can only have one email sending domain. So if I have angienorris.com and I'm sending all of my emails from angienorris.com over here, and I launch a new brand over here, maybe it's aipartytricks.com, and I want to send from AI Party Tricks, I'm going to need two separate accounts. If I'm going to be sending from AI Party Tricks, but using the domain name mail@angienorris.com, I can use the same sub account. So let me explain that one more time. So you can have unlimited domains in one sub account, but you can only have one email sending domain for each sub account. So that's why. If you need more explanation of that, email me. I'll give you my email address and I will explain it in more detail. But this is what you have. I also put together a 5-day challenge for those that are newly acquainted to Springboard and want just a bite size. Let's build this foundation. Angie walked me through. This is it. I'm an SOP girl. I'm a beginner. I love that lane to help people overcome that stuff. Okay, so I'm going to come off of my share. And at the end, like I said, we will walk through Springboard. Let me get my little stop share. Okay. Let me see if anybody has any questions. Okay, so let's see who we have here. We've got more people who join. Welcome, welcome. And what I want to do now is take any questions that you guys have. And then at the end, I would love to take a moment and show you Springboard and make sure you guys have a Springboard. Okay. So, hi, Harry. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great.
I got one question.
hmm
Where are the follow up calls to the Sprint workshop?
You mean the replays?
No, there was going to be a 6-week sprint afterwards.
Yes. So it's been going on Thursdays at 2 p.m. Central Time. So we just had our third week yesterday, and we're having a bonus call after today's session. So at 1 p.m. Central Time, we're going to have a bonus session to answer any questions for tech, make sure you have what you need. So I would say join that if you would like. And Trisha, she'll drop the information at the end. And so we have 6 weeks going on Thursday. So Tech Thursdays is with Russell. We have Springboard office hours. Obviously, right now we're on a break because of the Nuno is traveling the world. He's in Japan, so he's gone for a few weeks. So you'll see there
Cutting
are no.
things with it.
What's that? Say that
You
again.
Samurai, yeah.
whacking
Oh,
of whacking.
Samurai. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty cool. I mean, very, very cool. This is his dream vacation, so he was super excited to unplug. Anyway, so he will be on Thursdays. Now, if you came in previously through another workshop, maybe it was the AEO, or maybe it was the vibe coding, it's okay. So on Thursdays at 2:15 p.m., Russell does a session every single week. So right now we're in the sprint for the Bigfoot Blueprint
I got it.
directories. And
Okay.
3 weeks from now, it'll go back to just tech sessions with
With no
Russell, and you
questions.
can
Got
ask him
it. Got it.
questions about
Okay.
directories, you can ask him questions about vibe coding, you can ask him questions about anything technology, and I can tell you, spoiler alert, that Perry and Russell they've been pumping out software that they're giving to Ignite, and so you'll start to see a trickle of new software coming out, and that's the perfect day to ask Russell any question. You know how patient he is. So does that, man? If you
Yep.
need the links to that, she
You
posted the
post.
link to
Yeah.
today's, and then if you need the link for next week Thursdays, let her know, and she'll drop that as well.
Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. Anybody else have any questions that you guys want to ask? I'm taking some names down. Legend. So our newest member is Legend. Welcome. You just joined like 10 minutes before this call. So I saw your name come through and I sent him a quick email and said, join the call. But welcome, Legend. Hey, I would love you to introduce yourself and let us know, about your superpower and what helped you join Ignite.
Sure. Yeah, it's nice to connect with everybody. My name's Legend, like John Legend, but there's no John, and I'm white, so there you go. But it's the easiest way to connect for people on that one. I was actually introduced to the group through Qasim Aslam. I met him out at a coffee shop quite a while ago, and he was just like, "Hey, man, you should check this out and join it." I've been in the basically, I mean, as everyone says, consultative space, but business brokerage type mergers and acquisitions, private equity. And so I help people sell their companies. And I've been doing that for the last 8 years, even though I look like I'm 12 years old. I get it. At least that's what I've heard from people, the baby face. But yeah, that's it. So I've been selling companies for about 8 years now. And just thought, you know what, I went out on my own a couple of years ago and thought if there's a way to do better, be a better business owner, then that's it. I had no idea this was all expected. That's why I'm just in like a t-shirt and hanging out. So I
Oh,
just
no,
signed
no.
up
I mean,
and
this is
I got the invite. I was like,
wonderful.
oh,
Yeah. No, but welcome. Do you have any questions for me right off the bat, or that I can try to point you? I know
uh,
that you just got the welcome emails and everything, so you're just
oh yeah.
now.
There's
Yeah.
a lot getting thrown. That's okay. No, the only thing I think was if anyone else had seen it too, was I got one of the first welcome emails and it was for signing up for the weekly calls. When I clicked it, it brought me back to another pay area versus being able to sign up. So that would be just to clarify so I don't miss
Yes.
out on that. But that's
Abs-
really it.
Absolutely. So what happens is we have emails, or when you set up your Springboard account, you'll set up your landing pages, and you'll also set up what's called a 404 page, right? Where if the link is broken or the link is old or dated, it'll just bounce you back to the main page, right? So our
Mhm.
404 page for Ignite Mastermind goes back to the payout page. And so we are updating as we transition from, we have an older members area and community, and we're combining
So,
them into one. So we had 3 different spots for the directory, community, events, and the members area, and now we're combining them into us one circle atmosphere, and we just did that a week ago. And so we're transitioning, all the links are now shifting over to that. So I'm going to make a note of that, and Trisha and I will take
yeah.
care of that after this call. Links
I do have a
and welcome
second
email.
quick question, and I'm curious if it would be,
Cool.
or
Yeah,
this would be it, is if
sure.
you already have your CRM and your site and all these things already operating and moving payment processors and such, is there a person who I would talk to in regards to still making sure I'm connected well within the system and platforms that we have?
Oh yeah, definitely. Russell would be probably the best person to ask, and because he just is good about all tech. We do have a guy named Nuno Taveras, he's our resident Springboard, which is a high level,
Mhm.
white label. Is yours on high level,
It
or
is,
is
yeah. I
yours
built it
okay?
all on a high level.
Okay, well then you want to attend after he gets back from Japan, the office hours, and you can ask him anything about high level period. He knows more about high level than high level knows about high level. He
Great.
is just a wizard, and he does live office hours, meaning that anything you're facing, it doesn't have to be related to Perry. It could be just related to high level period or an agency question, whatever you have. he will answer it live to overcome it right there on that session. And
Okay.
if not, he'll escalate it. And then on the times or days that he doesn't have a lot of questions, he'll train and he'll teach. So you can go to the replays of the Springboard and type in Claude code or all the different
Mhm.
things, and he will, like, voice AI agents, and he will have all of, like, the replays for that, and then he'll point you to his YouTube channel, which is good, and it has content around high level specifically. So yeah, you can join any of those calls, or if you want to invite any of your team members to join those, that'd
Sure.
be fine as well. Yeah,
Sure.
for
May I ask
sure.
one last question?
Sure, absolutely.
Is there a message board or anywhere that you guys have that you might have shown before I missed, where if you ever have a general question in regards to, hey, here's something I'm facing as an issue, since this is a mastermind, right? Where
Mhm.
would that be? That's
So, two things. One is if it's a support related question where it is individual, like nothing
Mhm.
that the answer can't really help anybody else, I would go to support, and I'm going to put that right here. So, these are going to be your two favorite things. So, if it's
Okay.
a high level Springboard, it's support at springboardcrm.com. If it's anything else, billing, membership, can't find something, don't have access, lost my password, go to support at ignitemastermind.org. There's
Okay.
a team behind it. It's a ticketing system, and they will go and fetch the information. So there's lots of departments in the Perry brands, and there's lots of
Sure.
people. And these guys are great at going out and going, okay, Angie, there's an affiliate question. You got to face this. And then I respond back. Or Russell, there's a tech question. Or Emma, there's an operations question. So like there's all these things, and they'll get it to the right person. So those two for sure. I'll
Mhm.
drop my email for everyone, and I may not be the expert or know everything, but I can point you to things. I have a good bird's eye view of what's going on and a pulse on stuff. Trisha will always be there too. Now, let me show you guys one. I'll show you just while we're talking about it, that
Sure.
again, so that you can go and post in here. So if it's not a support related and you want it's strategy, it's
Yes.
you want to connect with people, go right here to this and just
Okay.
post something in here. And you'll find there's lots of engagement type of posts. There's going to be, hey, I have a build out for high level. This is very relevant. And so she's asking some questions, right? And then, so those are all, this is a great place right here. Now, we have a
Okay.
directory. So if you click on members up here, you'll be able to go through and connect with people. And what we're trying to get people to do is to really, like Allison here, she beefed out her headline, she put her bio, and we want people to put stuff in here so we can get you guys visible, because I can
Mhm.
tell you that this, I can't say for sure, but I can tell you that we're trying to beef this out for you guys and then make it so that people outside of Ignite can actually find you. So we're going to make this, I'm not saying public, I'll say it's available to people in Perry's network that
Yeah.
are beyond the spectrum, because our goal is to get you as many eyeballs to your specialty and what you offer to the world. And so that's why we're building out the directory right now. It's just getting adoption. But at some point when we've gotten everyone in, like we're trying to get to that, 95% adoption rate, we're going to turn it on to where Perry's going to start to welcome potentially some non mastermind members into growth hacking, not Ignite, but growth hacking, so to get you guys more visibility. So that's what the
Cool.
plans are, at least. Yeah. Awesome. Well, welcome, Legend. We're happy that you're here.
Thank you.
And I want to just say, anybody else have any questions? If you don't and you want to introduce yourself, I would love for anyone to come off of your um, mic and just share, like just like Legend did, and who you are, any superpowers, who you're looking to connect with, what you're working on right now, anything just to help us get to know you better. You're welcome to. If you're shy, no big deal. We understand that. Okay. All right. Well, no one, that's okay. So, what I'm going to do is, for those who want, I'm going to just give you a preview of Springboard. I'm going to drop the links here. And I want to first take a poll. Who either has their own white label, has their own high level account, has their own CRM, maybe somewhere else, or is someone that's in Springboard. So if you're in Springboard, I would love to see if you guys are, you have my own high level account. Okay. Harry, um, I know Legend, he said that he has his own. Okay. I think people are listening. Sometimes it's hard to type when you're on the move. I know. I take a like, okay, Rob, you have your own. Okay, so a lot of people have their own. That's good to know. That helps us because um, we are always on a mission to try to get people into Springboard, but we don't want to hound the people that already have their own because you can definitely um, use the same Springboard office hours to help you guys thrive over there. But for those who maybe want to see, I'm just going to go through and share with you. So let me put the links here for those who still need. Oops, that's the wrong one. Sorry, I don't know what that. My happy. Here we go. Grab these links. Okay, so here is a post of some links for those who would like. Okay, I'm going to go over here to Springboard. This is a demo account. And on the left menu bar, you'll see that there are lots of things. I did put together a very foundational, simple 5-day challenge. And you can walk through this if you are just getting started, you don't know much about tech, or maybe you're not techie. This will walk you through just, what is Springboard? This is kind of an overview of what it is. And then it walks you through, okay, now let's get you set up. Let's get your domain name. Let's get payment processor, all those things to make sure that you are ready for when you go to a Nuno call. Because Nuno, he talks fast and he talks up here. And we want to make sure that you have the foundation. So when you get any questions, you can go to him and he'll be able to walk you through. On the left, I do want to talk about UpEx. UpEx is part of your program. So you get this, Perry pays for it additionally for you guys. And it is an ads campaign manager for Facebook ads. And you can go in here and you can add your ads, you can run ads. It's pretty great. And it's really easy to use because Sam Carlson, who created it, he did a video with his daughter. She was like 8 or 9 years old, and it's like 5 minutes long. It shows if an eight-year-old can do it, you can do it, right? And so it's really easy to use and it's great. And then I also want to talk about support. So up here on the top menu bar, you'll see this right here. This is a button and you can get 24/7 live chat support. And you just click this right here. You fill this in and you can start to have a conversation with an agent. And the agent, there's a little bit of AI, but most of it is human and people are responding. Now, if for some reason they can't resolve it in the chat, by helping you, it will be escalated to another level to communicate to make sure you guys have that. There is a search library, a knowledge base. I'm also going to go here. So if you can't get into Springboard and you still need the help, I'm going to show you how to get there. So here in the knowledge base, it's help.springboardcrm.com. On the bottom right is that same bubble, and you'll be able to also chat from there, find any kind of article. There are like 10,000 articles in here and tutorials for anything that you might be facing. So I wanted to make sure I pointed that out. And so you can walk through everything here. On the left, you'll see like the marketing. There's just lots of stuff. I mean, I could go all day long. Does anyone have any questions about Springboard specifically that I can answer, or anything you want me to show you? I just want to make sure that I'm covering. I know a lot of you guys already have your version of, or you have your own high level, so you're probably acquainted. But hi, Rob.
Robert, you're on mute.
There we go. You mentioned within Springboard, there is a Facebook marketing or media campaign, much like their Meta, if you will, or their, which I've used not often, but enough.
Mm-hmm.
What's the benefit of the one within Springboard? I mean, for the $1 or $20 a month extra, I mean, it seems viable. Is there coaching or advice that can be garnered from you folks with regard to that
Yeah.
Facebook
So
section also?
let me make sure I heard you correctly. So as far as the ads management software that I showed you on the left menu bar, which is called UpX. You don't
Thank
have to
you.
pay anything extra. You don't have to pay anything extra. It's included at the dollar per month sub account level. And it just manages your Facebook. So you'll connect your Facebook account directly inside of there. You can see metrics. There's ad templates. There's lots of things that you can manage from inside. So I like it because I have a team, and my team can go in there and they can make decisions on my behalf and run campaigns, right? And so it's a great, easy way to manage it because going to Meta, it's a monster and people get confused. So if you're in the beginner lane, like me with ads, then that's great. We do have training. So there's two places I'm going to point you to. Is one is Traffic Tuesday. So on Traffic Tuesdays, it's at 1 p.m. Central Time every single week. We rotate around between paid traffic and organic traffic. This last Tuesday, we had an introduction to Chat GPT ads. And then the week before that, it's Google ads. And the week before that, we've had Facebook ads. We have Facebook 101. So we have a lot of paid training in there in all the replays. We also do organic. So I help with the organic side. We have 5 other people that rotate. So every single week, there's Traffic Tuesdays, and those are great. The other place is Sam Carlson has put together an entire academy for UpX. And so I'd be happy to send you the links to that if you'd like. Let me take your name down and I'll just email you the links to UpX. And if anyone else wants it, let me know. But there are 2 things he has that will walk you through. And he has a community that you can ask questions in and get direct. And he's very responsive. Does that help?
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. I am not the paid ads expert. I am dabbling in it and I'm getting used to it, but it's helpful because a lot of the stuff that he shows is pretty beginner, which is great. And then when you
Cool.
amp up your game and you grow, you can go to the experts and they're gonna really help you with it on Traffic Tuesdays.
Great. Thanks
Awesome.
again.
Anything else I can answer for you guys while we're live on the call today?
That's excellent. I should have joined Springboard.
If not, what we can do is I'm going to drop one more time the support channels for you. And I put my email address as well. Save those because if you needed anything, let me know. I am just excited that you guys are here. Like I said, Perry is the mentor you want to be learning from, and he has created an entire expert team that pours into Ignite. You will be overwhelmed. I'm just going to say, because that's Perry's way. He wants to over deliver. And his philosophy is the bucket philosophy, where, you have a bucket and you have a ton of stuff in the bucket and you pay one price. So you guys came in at one price and you guys get grandfathered into that price, right? And he never increases the price, but he keeps adding to the bucket. That's Perry. And as he is out there, and I was on a call with him for 3 hours yesterday, and he was telling me all of his exciting stuff that he has plans for when it comes to things that he's working on in other businesses, but he wants to somehow integrate them to teach people in Ignite. And my mind was blown. And it was exciting, right? And so he is always bringing stuff into Ignite, and whether they're a workshop or a one-off training or a Wednesday Ignite session, you'll see things pop up all the time. And everything is subject to change, but we try to do our best to communicate. You'll hear from Trisha, you'll hear from myself, and Russell are the 3 main people that typically send stuff out visibly. You'll have people behind the scenes, Richard and Saka and Emma, who will be sending you guys stuff as well. But we want to make sure you guys have everything you need, but you are going to get overwhelmed. But I will say that most people will start to pace with Perry. You'll realize his training style. He teaches webinar style, and you'll realize that. And then before you know it, you'll be on a call with him and you'll be actually taking action live with him as he's doing it. But for now, I would say replays are my favorite because I can go back, I can watch, pause, take action, watch, pause, take action. And so that's my little tip for you, for those that are like, whoa, there's just so much. It's like drinking from the fire hose, right? But please share in the new growth hub or growth hacking community. Trisha, will you drop that link one more time to that community? Did everyone get into that? I want to make sure that you guys got in. If you didn't, And you can, Trisha, if you want to send Legend a DM with the private link, then he can join right now. But get in that community because we're going to be beefing that out and adding so much, and that's going to be our main thing. And I think Trisha was telling everyone about the mobile app, right, Trisha?
Yes, Circle actually have mobile apps. I can share the link. Let me just find the links.
Yeah, so she'll share that because um
Yeah, I have it.
it'll
I
be
have Circle on my mobile, so
cool. Yeah, I need to do I've tested the whole thing out on web based, but I need to also download the Circle app. But it's a great way to stay on top of it. So I hope that you guys um are patient with us in the transition, this private community. Okay. So if you have any issues getting in, so Harry, Trisha's gonna send you a private link right now in this chat. We'll keep this call for a few minutes until she sends it to you. And it's a link that bypasses the
everything.
having to go to the email. So she'll do that for you, and that'll
Send it to me right here or an email.
she'll send it to you in a private chat right here. So she's
Got it.
grabbing that right now.
Thanks.
But yeah, cool. So get in that community, introduce yourself, sign up for the directory, and we will see you on calls. Trisha will remind you about the call this afternoon as she closes us out. But thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you for investing today. I know that you guys are busy, but I'm excited. I'll be your biggest cheerleader. So will Trisha. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Trisha, over to you, unless you need a little more
Okay.
time to get the stuff going.
I
You may.
just sent you the link, Legend, and I'll send the link to Harry as well.
Perfect.
Harry.
Everyone else get in. Rob, did you get in? Okay, yes, he's shaking his head. I think I saw Mike in there. I know Chris is like an overachiever, so I know he's in there already. Yep.
Well,
Cool.
we're waiting for them to get in if you want to
Okay.
have our obligatory groovy.
Oh yeah, so we love to take a group photo for those that are not camera shy. So if you want to come off of your camera, we're going to just take a little quick snapshot here. And I usually do it at the beginning of the call, but I forgot. Anyone smile? Everyone has clothes on. Everyone's good. Okay. Ready? All right.
Those are
Three, two,
required.
yeah. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Okay. I'll put this
Mhm.
in the chat as well. You guys can have that. But all right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Trisha, I'm going to pass it back to you.
Thank you, Angie. Welcome to the Ignite fam, everyone. And I just want to leave you with one quick thought. You joined Ignite for a reason. Maybe it was something that clicked during Bigfoot Blueprint or during your coffee with Kasim. Whatever brought you here, don't feel like you need to learn everything at once because it's really a smorgasbord of courses. Just focus on your next step. Join a call, ask a question, implement one thing, build momentum. That's where the magic happens. Our goal here is simple to help you get wins, build momentum, and create the kind of business that opens even bigger opportunities for you down the road. Also, don't forget the extra Bigfoot Blueprint Sprint WordPress replete step-by-step walkthrough session later, 11 a.m. PDT, 1 p.m. Central, and 2 p.m. Eastern. If you're building alongside the Bigfoot Blueprint community, we'd love to see you there. Most importantly, stay plugged in, stay connected with the community, and keep showing up. We're excited to have you here and we're excited to see what you build. Welcome again to the Ignite fam. We'll see you on the next call. Have a great day and great weekend. Bye.